Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the International Baccalaureate Primary Years Program, or as you'll hear it called, the PYP. We're going to break down exactly what makes this whole approach to learning so different and really so focused on you, the student. So let's just start with this question right here. I mean, think about it. The entire PYP is basically built on this one powerful idea. It's way less about just memorizing facts for a test, and so much more about becoming a curious explorer of the world, a place where your questions can actually be even more important than the answers. All right, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the ultimate goal, which is all about who you become. Then we'll get into the unique method the PYP uses, the skills you're going to build, the compass that guides your progress. And then at the end, we'll see how it all clicks together in your own learning journey. Okay, first up, let's talk about the goal. Because in the PYP, learning isn't just about the stuff you know. It's about the person you're becoming. The whole thing is designed to help you develop the qualities and the character you'll need for a successful and, a fulfilling life. This right here, this is the big picture. It's the why behind everything in the IB. It's all about helping you grow into someone who is curious, who really understands the world. And this is the big one, who wants to make a positive difference. That's a pretty incredible mission to be a part of, right? So how do you actually get there? Well, it all comes down to these 10 attributes of the IB learner profile. Honestly, you should think of these as your personal superpowers. You'll learn to be an inquirer, the one who's always asking why. A communicator who can share ideas and really be heard. And a risk taker who isn't afraid to try something new and maybe even fail sometimes. These aren't just words on a poster. They're the qualities you're going to be practicing and developing every single day. So we've got the goal. But what's the method? This brings us to the how of the PYP, transdisciplinary inquiry. It's a really cool approach to learning that basically breaks down the walls between traditional school subjects. Now, that sounds like a mouthful, I know, but the idea is actually super simple. Instead of studying math in one box and science in another, you'll explore a real-world issue, say climate change, by using math and science and language and social studies all together to understand the whole picture. Here's an awesome way to think about it. If learning with separate subjects is kind of like a stew, where you can still pick out the carrots and the potatoes, right? Well, transdisciplinary learning is more like a smoothie. All the ingredients, all the subjects, are totally blended together to create something brand new and even more powerful. Let's look at a real-world example so this makes more sense. Under a big theme like who we are, you might explore the central idea that our relationships define us. From there, you could dive into investigating your own thoughts and feelings in a journal, maybe study family traits in science, and explore different family structures from around the world in social studies. See? It's all connected to one big, important idea. Okay, so you have the goal and you've got the method. Now you're going to need the right tools. This next part is all about the practical, real-life skills you'll take with you long after you've left the classroom. These tools have a name, the Approaches to Learning, or ATLs. Now, they're not subjects themselves. Instead, they focus on how you learn. Think of them as the skills that help you become a better, more effective learner, no matter what you're doing. It's really all about learning how to learn. And here are the 5 big skill categories. What's so brilliant about this is how they all work together. I mean, to be a great researcher, you also need to be a critical thinker and a clear communicator, right? And to work well on a team, you need both social skills and self-management. You'll be practicing all of these all the time. Let's just zoom in on one of these for a second. Research skills. This isn't just about Googling something. It's about learning to ask really smart questions, to find information from books, from interviews, from experiments, and maybe most importantly, to figure out what's true and reliable. This is a skill you'll use for the rest of your life, for sure. So, how do you know if you're actually on the right track? Well, that's where assessment comes in. But in the PYP, it's not some final judgment. It's way more like a compass for your journey, helping you see where to go next. This is the key principle right here. Assessment isn't just for a report card. It's a feedback tool. It helps you see your strengths, it helps your teachers know how to support you better, and it lets your family be a real part of your learning adventure. So your learning is seen in a few different ways. You've got monitoring, which is kind of like a quick check-in during a lesson. Then there's documenting, where you might keep a portfolio of your best work over time. And finally, measuring, which could be a final project that shows off everything you've learned. This slide gives you a little taste of how different assessment can actually look. You won't just be taking tests. You might use something called an exit card at the end of class to quickly jot down one thing you learned. Or you could try the bus stop strategy, which is really fun. You move around the room in groups, adding your ideas to different posters. These are all active, engaging ways to show what you know. Phew, we've covered a lot of ground. So now, let's zoom out and see how all of these pieces, the goal, the method, the tools, the compass, fit together to create your personal learning journey in the PYP. Let's break it down real simple. Step 1, your goal is to grow into an IB learner. Step 2, your path to get there is by asking big questions and exploring ideas across all your subjects. Step 3, your tools are those essential ATL skills. And step 4, your compass is all that ongoing assessment, giving you the feedback you need to stay on course. And that's really the bottom line. The whole point of the PYP is to empower you. It's about giving you the skills and the confidence to take charge of your own learning, not just for school, but for your entire life. So there you have it. The PYP gives you the map and the compass for an absolutely incredible journey of discovery. Now that you know how it all works, the real question is, what are you curious about? What powerful questions will you ask first?